I want to welcome everybody again to the Sonic Promos quarterly webinar, 30 Minutes to Smarter Swag. I want to remind everybody about our website, sonicpromos.com, where you can find out all the latest and greatest. And I would like to introduce you to your host today, and that is me. Here I am, just fixed my mirroring on my camera. Was wondering why I was going in that direction. But here I am. I got my shark ready for Shark Week. Hopefully, everybody has been watching and hopefully, you have been having a great summer. So, we've got some exciting stuff to go over today. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to put them in the chat and hopefully, you'll get something good out of this. Let's get started. All right, so today our topics, sort of the same four things that we go over. We're gonna go through what's trending, how you can make it work for yourself, a little bit of inside access, and then really putting it all into practice. Today, specifically, we're going to be doing a deep dive into event activations and experiential marketing. Hopefully, you'll walk away with some ideas that you can implement at your next event. So let's get started. What is trending right now? Well, believe it or not, blankets and towels are having a moment. We are getting all sorts of requests right now, especially for outdoor events, sporting events, you name it. Maybe it has something to do with people wanting to have beach themes. Or encourage people to get out there. It also, all of these items provide really large imprint areas. So they have a lot of ability to provide for multiple logos. And I think that that is really exciting. We are finding that a lot of our color options are really good, and you have the ability to print in full color. You can embroider. So, really, just a lot of great options right now. I think one of the things that we forget also sometimes, while the price point is often a little bit higher on these items, the average towel can last upwards of 15 to 20 years. And the amount of impressions that you can get for something like that is immeasurable. So if you consider it, somebody sees a towel, every day, if it's a sports towel, for example, that is really getting you extended visibility. What else is trending right now? Well, new and nostalgic toys continue to be popular right now. Whether you're looking to do something like Silly Putty or mini etch a sketches, or you're looking for something that's completely custom, like these robots, which we've previously reviewed before, and you're looking to do hacky sacks are super popular, especially if you're looking to push the ideas of special events. And any of these squishy items right now have been super popular. I do want to make sure that you know that not every squishy item is equal. There are a lot of items that come from a lot of places, and you want to make sure that any item, especially one that would be considered kid friendly, has all the proper paperwork so that you're not putting something into their hands that can now explode. And sometimes you'll see stories like that that happen all the time. Hopefully not all the time, but you do see stories like that on the regular. So something to keep in mind with regards to toys, and that is why when our clients are coming to us, they feel really good about what it is that we're showing to them. But anything with regards to toys, games, puzzles, they continue to be really, really popular with our clients. The big trend right now is teeny tiny products. Whether it is this brand new moleskin on the right hand side, excuse me, on the left hand side that you see, or the mini camera, or the mini bottle, or even the mini pack. These are super popular right now with all of our client requests because everybody likes to accessorize. You can only have so many backpacks, but you could attach all of these items to that backpack. You can only have so many drinkware items, but you could still attach some of these accessories and charms to those drinkware items. I love the mini moleskin. The mini moleskin is just so cute. It's about the size of a business card. And it's a true moleskin, including the price. But if you're looking for something that's a little bit unique, it's certainly a great item to keep in mind. The mini trend is just super big right now. I even was seeing a big trend right now on alcohol companies are trending to one, single bottles, smaller bottles, more and more because people just don't want to buy the bigger bottles. So you've got an affordable option, and you've got something that you can take care of in one afternoon. So all these items are things that can be branded as well. So if that's something that you're interested in, say I've already had enough of all of these, but you haven't had a mini version, it's something to keep in mind. Or give out the mini versions and have some sort of contest connected to them where people win the big version. So that's certainly something that you can do at trade shows. And, we can talk more about that with activations. But they're great conversation starters. I've already seen here two people have said something in the chat here, and we like never get two people to say something in the chat back to back. So that just must be the sign of popularity with teeny tiny products. All right, moving on here. Retail still continues to rule. We are getting requests for every type of Yeti item that you can think of, but we're also getting, requests for other brands. JBL, one of my favorites. Everybody's always asking for some sort of nice apparel. So if you're looking to do something like this North Face jacket, these are all items that have the ability to be branded. And as more colors become available, especially like the Yeti items, you'll find more and more of them are available to work with your own brands. It used to just be that Yeti had only a few colors that were available, and now there's probably about 20 or 30 that are available in the corporate market, which is what we're in. Which is something to keep in mind if you go on to Yeti and you're looking for a Yeti item and you decide that you want to look for it at Dick's Sporting Goods. We all love Dick's Sporting Goods, but they may not have, while they might have the rainbow fuchsia, we may not be able to get the rainbow fuchsia for you and your brand. Anyway, all things that are really popular right now. And the words at the bottom of the slide are critical here. 73% of gift recipients said they feel more appreciated when they receive something from a well known brand. So that's important. Okay. It doesn't matter even what you spend, it's what you do with what you spend. So it doesn't have to be the most expensive Yeti item, it doesn't have to be the most expensive JBL item. You don't even have to do a North Face jacket. If it's got the name on it, it's still, you'll find that it's usually pretty successful. All right. So, going to take a break for a second and change topics here and move ourselves into event activations. And I'm really excited about talking about event activations, mostly because I think my sales team is tired of hearing me talking to them about event activations. So I'm hopeful, even though I'm sure some of them are checking out our webinar today, I'm hopeful that you will get something out of this and understand why it's not so much just the item all the time, it's what that item means. The item is usually a memento of the experience. And if you can put together an experience for people, then the ongoing goodwill that you can get out of that is something that you really can't even put a price on. You're talking about the ability to network, gain information, have people, provide more intel about themselves, develop relationships, and then also engage in a fun and exciting event that really captures their attention. And again, it's something that they're going to hold on to because in a lot of cases, these are related to them. It gives them the power to decide what it is they want or how they want it to look. So hopefully you read the notes over here about what event activations are. But I can tell you that in our world, we are seeing this popping up all over the place. And it doesn't mean that you need to spend $50,000 to have everybody get custom made FootJoy shoes, which we can certainly help you to do. You could very easily do a fun and engaging program for less than $1,000 if you think about it strategically. So let's move on. So, what are activations? We refer to activations in most cases as on site events. The recipient is doing something, they're making something, they're engaging in some sort of activity. We've done things from enabling them to do shirts, they can embroider on bags, we've laser engraved on drinkware for beer tastings. If you can think about it, we've probably already done it before. And if we haven't, we certainly can. They are effective because, as I mentioned, you've got this sensory experience. You've got the ability where people are creating a positive memory, and that is going to go along much further than even the item will. At the same time, they are hopefully designing something that that relates to them. Maybe the tumbler is has their nickname on the back of it. So by putting something like that onto it, you have a better chance that they're really going to hold on to it because it's something that they're actually really interested in. And we do find that 70% of users who become regular will become regular customers after an experiential marketing event. And I can tell you from Sonic experience, because we've been doing activations now for, I would say, the better part of 10 years, that we always walk away with tons of new business opportunities because we have had the opportunity to have further discussions with people while they are participating in their program. If they're waiting for their tote bag to be embroidered, they might stand there for 5 or 7 minutes, and you can have a real dedicated, direct discussion about what it is that they do and how you might be able to help them. So, how does it work? Well, as I mentioned, it doesn't have to be big. It just has to have some sort of effect. The items that you see here are very basic. Our pen box is an inexpensive box that comes with various parts and gives people the ability to put together their own custom pen. Each box can make up to about 300 different pens. So you've got something that is a little bit hands-on. Gives you the ability. Maybe you give them a branded notebook along with it, and they're very easy, inexpensive. A pen program like this usually costs under $500. Patch programs really inexpensive as well. I mean, you can take the item; doesn't have to be an expensive item, but you can arrange to put stickers or patches on those items. But you do need to figure out, where is your event going to be? How many people are you going to have? What are those people worth to you? So before you make any real expense into an activation, you want to make sure that it's actually going to be something that's going to pay off for you. You don't have to go big. The idea is that by providing some sort of choice, you're creating ownership, you're creating engagement, and even if it's small, this provides a very low barrier of entry and a very high impact. One of another program, really small one that we do all the time are digital spin and wins. People come to the table. We've got a sign with a QR code. They scan the QR code. They enter the spin and win. They enter their information and they win a prize. And it gives you the ability to distribute your branded merch a little bit more effectively instead of giving everybody, 5 or 10 of everything. And then also capturing that information that you can follow back up with after your event. And digital spin and wins again are programs that cost under $1,000. Activations need equipment, they need staff, and in a lot of cases, they need dedicated space. So if you only have a 4-foot table, you're probably better suited for something like the digital spin and win. Whereas if you've got a 20 by 20 booth, this is the perfect type of engagement. You get people to walk in, you've got some room for them to see what it is that you do on a from a business perspective. And then maybe if they've completed your demo, you then say, hey, please go over and get your custom branded tech pouch, and they're going to monogram it with your initials on it. So those are things that we always want to understand is what type of space are you using? How many people is it going to be? Depending on what that is, we can then make some suggestions for you on which types of programs are going to work best. A couple other things. Real quickly, I want to go back. This is an example of a heat press setup. Multiple design options showing. In example here, we've got already created designs, and that's usually the way to go, especially if you've got a lot of people. So you pre-design like 4 shirt designs, and then people get to pick which of the 4 they want. Usually they'll scan a QR code or something, some way to provide their information of who they are, what size shirt, what the decoration is going to be. And again, that gives us and you information that you'll be able to follow up on after the event, and be able to say, thanks for coming by our table. Thanks for participating in our heat press booth. Hopefully you like the shirt that you did. It gives you those talking points that you can actually say, hey, I know you somehow. I know you. We've connected. How can we work together again? And hopefully they'll say, this was a really cool company. They did something that was really neat. I want to know more about them. So that is what this is all about. But people, they'll stick around. Some will wait in lines. They'll tell their friends. They'll post about it, and you can really get some ongoing engagement out of it. So putting it into practice, a couple of things. We talk about QR codes. They are still active and working. People still do use them. And this particular QR code you can use if you want to scan with your phone will give you more information about just not just the ones we're talking about today, but all of the activations that we can work on with you. Everything from Ray-Ban sunglass experiences to mention the shoes, to doing the bucket cap bar, which is what you see here. And this is an example of a bucket cap bar that we put on. We did reversible bucket caps, and everybody had a choice of like 6 or 8 patches that were then heat pressed onto the bucket cap for them. And we were able to capture their information, follow back up with them, thank them for coming by our table, telling them a little bit more about programs like bucket cap bars and other activations. And I think we knocked out about 100 of these in a couple of hours. So that's a little bit more about what this particular thing is. But again, a reminder: it's not just a giveaway; it is an experience. You're getting quality time with people a lot more than most people do at their tables. Anybody who's ever worked at a conference table before knows that you're lucky if you're getting people, and you're lucky if you even get eye contact while they are slowly grabbing your Milky Ways and 3 pencils for their kids. So if you have that added ability to really engage with these people, that's something that all of those other tables are going to be saying, wow, we really should have done something like this. All right, that really is it for activation, simply because if you couldn't tell, I could talk about it for a long, long time here. But I'm not. I really just want to give you some insight into what's going on and how people are using merch to do more with. And for now, I'm going to show my face again here. Expand my screen here a little bit, hopefully. I thought I would. Oh, here we go. Hello. Hopefully you can see me now. So yes, if you're interested in learning more about activations, if you want to try some demos of some of our digital games that you can get the feel for, feel free to reach out to me directly, Seth@sonicpromos.com. Reach out to your rep, tell them you want a meeting with me, a meeting with all of us, and we can talk about how you might be able to use these for all sorts of programs. And we did a digital spin and win at a football game. We held up QR codes. All the cheerleaders held up the QR codes, and everybody scanned them with their phones, and people won prizes live at the football game. So there's a lot of ways that you can use activations for more than just something to do. All right. So what is on my desk today? Let's start out with this ping pong paddle. Probably didn't think of us for branded ping pong paddles, and yet that is something that we do here. Custom branded, both sides. We do all sorts of paddles. We do lots of pickleball paddles, super popular, anything pickleball right now. But we have some clients that do annual ping pong tournaments, and those require branded ping pong paddles and ping pong balls. So if you are interested in branded sporting goods, those are things that we can certainly help you with. I would not recommend 50-pound dumbbells. The shipping impact would be very, well, it would be a lot on something like that. Okay, what else? So this one is fun. This is an actual open project that I'm working on right now. We do bucket caps. Got 2 bucket caps here. Okay, both of them are reversible. Okay, this one's reversible, full color. This one reversible, full color. They're both like a cottony type material. This one is a little bit more floppy. And this one is a little bit harder. Okay. So one of them costs $18 and one of them costs $11. And one of them, the one that costs $18 takes about 20 days. And the one that costs uh, $11 takes about 10 days. Here it is. Okay. So which one would you prefer? Which one do you think is which? You'll have to guess. And why are they so different in price? Well, that is usually because of material, where they're being made, whether it's an item that they make all the time. So the cost of labor, machinery is a little bit less. They're both sublimated. So, decoration is the same, uh, but they are different. And so rather than trying to make the decision, you have to give a sample of each one to the client so that they can then decide which one they would like best. I know which one I like best, but I'm not going to tell you because I'm still waiting for an answer from the client. All right. So with bucket caps out of the way, I want to show you something else. This item has been around for like ever. And I always joke about them, but just recently I broke them back out again. I've been showing them to clients, and clients seem to love them. So here's an example. It's a printed card. This one is the WES Annual Fund. Support every dragon every day. Dragons. Um, Kind, confident, prepared. And what I love about this is what they've put on here. This is a little embroidered patch, and on the back, it's got this adhesive. And so you can take that adhesive item and you can attach it to your item, to anything. And you've automatically now have a branded hat with the dragon logo on it. And what's also cool is you could also just peel it right off. Still has this super tack adhesive. You can put it right back on the card here. I love it. I love it for so many reasons. Maybe you have new employees that just started on the first day. You don't know what size shirt they wear. You could give them one of these and say, "Hey, here's your new company logo. You can go ahead and just put that right on your shirt right now. You can just put it on your sleeve if you want here. There it is. Okay. And then with a little effort, peels right off, goes right back on the card. You could do multiples, and you can do all sorts of die cuts. And I just think they're really cool. So if you've got something that maybe you do a patch program or you do some sort of recognition, or again, you've got people who are sometimes need to meet with clients and they don't have a work shirt, and this is a quick easy way to slap a logo on their shirt or their hat for just a few dollars a piece. I think it's a really cool item. So that is that those are the things with my hair here that are on my desk. So if you'd like to know more about some of those items or any other items, please reach out to me, reach out to our team, and they can help you out here. So, all right. So that's it, really. Went a little bit quicker than I had anticipated, but that's okay. It's summer. Everybody needs a little break here. And I do want to take a moment here to see if anybody's got questions that I can answer. I see we have a good amount of people. So I want to thank everybody who came out. Hopefully, you learned something, you got something, it generated some ideas for you. You can see these ideas and more, including our weekly swag we liked, by following us on our social media platforms. Those you can find by, again, scanning that QR code there. But I don't see any questions. Here's a question. Has anybody here ever done an activation before with their company? Doesn't matter if it's been with Sonic. That's okay. You can write yes or no in the chat. And if there's no answer, then I'll just assume you all need to look at some sort of um, show that water bottle. All right, let's show that water bottle. So, yes, the new and trending water bottle. So, collapsible water bottles. They are uh, always popular. This one is a square bottle, so it's a little funky. But you've probably seen the ones that look a little bit more like an accordion that you can collapse down. They're great, especially like if you are going hiking or something. But if you're interested in these, my only and I love them because they're cool, and I like that they some of them can support different types of decoration. My only hesitation on some of them is that the imprint area is small. It's usually right on the cap. So, yes, got it, Martin. Yes, no, maybe so. So we can you want more information on that. Anything else? Any other questions? You're welcome, sir. All right. Well, thank you all again for participating and joining us. We really enjoy doing these. I do feel like we it's been too long, so hopefully we'll do another one. We'll definitely do another one in the next quarter for you. But if there's other topics you're interested in, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Until then, I hope you have a great rest of your summer, and we'll look forward to catching up with you soon.